God places everything he has for you in your imagination. So if you've been dreaming of your own business, if you've been dreaming of a summer home, it's because that's what he got for you. He places everything he has for you in your imagination. And then to quit worrying about how to get it done. The how-to is none of your business. The Bible say, ask, believe, receive. Now you got to be willing to work, but he don't require you to figure it out. The how-to is none of your business.
We all have promises we're standing on. It's easy to believe at first, but what happens when nothing is improving? Before the promise comes to pass, you have to go. From I believe to I still believe. You're not discouraged by how long it's taking. You know God is still on the throne. What he promised is on the way. Is looking for I still believe people. All the facts say it's impossible. Your attitude is, that's okay. God can do the impossible. Maybe you tried to accomplish a dream, but no doors opened. That's all a part of the process. God didn't give you the dream and not have a way to bring it to pass. God didn't change his mind. He just needs some I still believe faith. Don't get talked out of your dreams. The negative chatter, the people who don't believe in you, the environment you were raised in is not going to stop your destiny. Your time is coming. It's not too late. What God put in your heart is still on the way.
God has a win. He's not making this up as he goes. He's not just responding to your moves, your attitudes, and the things your friends say about you. You are not at the mercy of your detractors. You are only at the mercy of the timing of God. God has a watch and a timer is on it, and it's already set. Everything is on schedule. Don't worry about your purpose. Worry about your season. Because when you get in your season, your purpose will be clear.
Now, here's what we know. That people don't do what they know in life, but what they do is they operate within the context of the vision they have of themselves. So one of the first things I ask you to do is I want you to look at your life right now and think about something that's important to you. Think about something that you'd like to have or something you'd like to create for you or your family. Now, one of the first things I want you to do is don't worry about the inner conversation that you're going to have. Don't worry about how you're going to do it. That's going to come. You will find the way. You'll become the kind of person that can attract the people, the resources, in order to make that become reality. But I want you to be mindful of your inner conversation. I remember once I was sitting in an audience and Zig Ziglar, he was giving a speech. And within myself, I said, I can do that. And I leaned over to the guy next to me. I said, how much do they pay him to do that? And he said, $5,000. I said, I know I can do that. And then on the way home, when I was driving back to Miami, Florida, my inner conversation kicked in. And it said, Les Brown, you can't do that. You don't have a college education. You don't have the money. You don't have the contacts. What makes you think that you can make more in 1 hour talking than you've made working for a whole month? How many of you have ever thought about something you wanted to do and you talked you out of it? Raise your hand, please. The wealthiest place on the planet is the graveyard. Because in the graveyard, we will find inventions that we never were exposed to, hopes and aspirations that were never acted upon. Because most people allow that inner conversation to keep them from ever pursuing their goals. Why is it that most people don't ever reach their goals or live up to their true potential? One is fear, like the fear of failure. The next is the fear of success. I was working on a major project. I panicked and I walked away from it and gave it to someone else because I didn't believe that I could handle it. So that a lot of people become comfortable. They stop wanting anything. They become satisfied. I remember after giving a speech at a major corporation, a gentleman came up to me and he said, you know, that's real great motivation for you young guys, but I've done all my work. I said, oh yes, you've got a lot to give. The fact that you're still here means that your business is not through yet. The other thing that keeps us from reaching our goal is not feeling worthy. Because see, when you don't feel worthy of your goal, you will begin to unconsciously engage in self-destructive behavior, like procrastinating. Something else that keeps us from reaching our goal, and that is we spend so much time complaining and blaming everybody. I'm reminded of a friend of mine who talked about the fact that one day he was walking by and there was a dog on the porch, and this dog was just moaning and groaning. And he asked the owner, he said, why is this dog moaning and groaning? And the owner said, because he's laying on a nail. He said, well, why doesn't he get off? He says, it's not hurting bad enough for him to get off. How many of you know people who moan and groan and complain about life? They might moan and groan about their job. I'm sick of this job. And never do anything about it. They haven't got to the point where they're sick and tired of being sick and tired. No, that can't get you where you want to go. That cannot create your reality for you. The other thing that keeps most people from realizing their true greatness and their true potential, circumstances.
Are you letting your circumstances talk you out of what God put in your heart? God still wants to bring it to pass, but you have to get in agreement with Him and say, God, I still believe it can happen. I still believe I can start my business. Joel, I tried and it didn't work out. That doesn't mean it's not going to happen. You have to have a made-up mind that you're going to believe until you see that promise come to pass. The odds are against me, but I still believe I can accomplish my dreams. I was raised in dysfunction, but I still believe I can set a new standard.
Given my circumstances, ladies and gentlemen, I shouldn't be doing what I'm doing right now. No one could have convinced me, given my circumstances, given my background, that I would be doing what I'm doing right now. When I was in 5th grade, I was identified as EMR, labeled educable mentally retarded, and stayed in that category until I got out of high school. But here's what happened. I had an intervention in my life. A man who saw something in me at a time that I did not see something in myself. And he asked me to go up to the board and write something on the board. And I said, I can't do that, sir. He said, why not? I said, go up to the board and write what I'm about to tell you. I said, I can't do that, sir. Why not? I'm educable mentally retarded. He said, don't ever say that again. Someone's opinion of you does not have to become your reality. That once a person's mind is expanded with an idea, it can never be satisfied to going back to where it was. Some of you are going to go back and look at your dreams and brush them off. Whatever goal that you have in mind, I want that to be a goal that will challenge you. What is it that you looked at some point in time and you decided that you couldn't do it? Bring it back out there. How you're going to do it? That will come to you in due time. So you don't get in life what you want, ladies and gentlemen. You get in life what you are. You've got to begin to take a look at your life and look at where are you right now? What gives your life a sense of fulfillment, a sense of joy? What is it that you could love doing 7 days a week? In all the areas of your life, your professional life, your personal life, your family life, once you begin to determine that, that takes you to the next step. And that is, now you've got to decide that you deserve that. Repeat after me, please. I deserve the best that life has to offer. Shake somebody's hand on your right and left and say, find your purpose. Do you know by actively pursuing your purpose, it could perhaps extend your life? The number one killer of all the diseases we have, heart disease. The truth of the matter is that the majority of people suffer their first major heart attack on Monday morning between 8 a.m. and 9 a.m. People getting ready to go to jobs that they don't like. You see, when you're not pursuing your goal, you are literally committing spiritual suicide. You've got to believe in yourself. I was doing work for a major corporation, and they were having a major downsizing. The people that were working there, they approached them and said, listen, we will give you a buyout package of $300,000 if you take it within this time frame. Ladies and gentlemen, only 50% of the people that were eligible took this. If I'd been there, I'd have gone to ask for your check. I would have taken that money so quick and had other people checks. See, ladies and gentlemen, life is too short trying to play it safe. Here's the thing. You can't get out of life alive. So there's no safe position. You can die in the bleachers or you can die on the field. You might as well come out on the field and have a good time, right? So you got to be bold in life.